Hello students, today we will discuss Daya Pawar's poem, O Great Poet. Daya Pawar was born in 1935 and died in 1996. He is also known as Dagdu Maruti Pawar. He was a Dalit Marathi poet, novelist and activist. He was born in a Maharashtrian Mahar family, but he later adopted Buddhism. As a poet, he was known for his contribution to Dalit literature that dealt with the atrocities experienced by the Dalits or untouchables in Indian caste system. He gained fame for his autobiographical novel Baluta that was published in 1978 as a story by Dagdu Pawar being told to the more literate Daya Pawar with both being personas of the author. It was a frank exposition of injustice done to the Dalits, the downtrodden. Pawar's use of language is not merely that of revolt, but of a deeply introspective, analytical feelings. Pawar is also known for his poetry, including the collection Kondawada. He was the writer of the film Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. He was awarded the Padam Shri by Government of India in 1990 for his contribution to Marathi literature. Like his prose, Pawar's poetry is also concerned with revealing the horrors of the caste system in India. He has described the cruelties inflicted on Dalits, the downtrodden, by the people of higher castes. Pawar's writing reflects his active participation in the social, cultural, and literary movements on the national level. His avowed feeling of foreign literature, analytical and contemplative thinking, unwavering stance, deep understanding, and empathy towards social happenings and issues. His work was highly effective. He received some amount of recognition by way of awards, but due to oppressive circumstances, he suffered mentally and physically in his personal life. It is this perennial suffering that comes through sharply in his writings. The poem, O Great Poet, was originally written in Marathi by Daya Pawar and translated from Marathi into English by Graham Smith. In this poem, Pawar talks about the sufferings of marginalized people. Here, Pawar attacks the great poet Valmiki, who is well known for his epic poem Ramayana. Valmiki belongs to Dalit community, but Daya Pawar chides Valmiki that he failed to register the sufferings of Dalit community. He is angry towards Valmiki that he knew the plight and suffering of his people but failed to write a single verse in favor of the community that he belonged to. In Ramayana, Valmiki lamented for the death of Hira, but he hasn't written a single verse for Dalit people. The poet recalls the suffering of Dalit people. They are not allowed to mingle with others. They haven't tasted happiness or seen colorful days in their life. Valmiki very well knows that his people are fighting for their freedom, but he hasn't written poems that talk about their sufferings. So Daya Pawar reprimands Valmiki that he cannot be considered a great poet. O great poet, how then would we call you a great poet? Had you written just a single verse exposing this injustice, this outrage, then would your name have been carved in our hearts? The poet also talks about the historically inaccurate slaughter of Shambhuk, who is the Shudra saint. It was said that Shambhuk underwent penance and devoted his life to God, and so Lord Rama killed him. Rama belonged to an upper class society and he killed Shambhuk as he performed penance, being a man of lower class. The poet questions Valmiki for writing poems for the upper class people. The poet finally ended the poem that if Valmiki had written a single verse for them, they would have carved his name in their hearts. Pawar condemned Valmiki reluctance to speak about his people and their problems, preferring to focus on a Ramrajya during which his own people continued to be outcast and oppressed. The poem, O Great Poet. O Valmiki, should you sing the praises of Ramrajya, because you are the great poet of poets. Seeing the heron's wounded wing, your compassionate heart broke out in lament. You were born outside the village, in a shunned neighborhood where misery itself was born. Never festooned with fruit or flower, the dejected faces furrowed with care. Is it true you never heard their lament as they cried for liberation? One Shambuk of your own blood caught fire, rose in anger. O great poet, singing the praises of Ramrajya, even there the icy cliff of inhumanity towered up. O great poet, how then should we call you a great poet? Had you written just one single verse, exposing this injustice, this outrage, then would your name have been carved on our hearts. In this poem, O great poet, Daya Pawar raises the issue of the caste inequality and oppression of the Dalits by the people of high castes. The caste system is a dark blot on Indian society. The great poet whom Pawar addresses in the poem is Valmiki, the author of Ramayana. Daya Pawar presents side by side the misery of Valmiki's birth, life, and background, and his immortal work in which Valmiki glorifies Ramrajya. Daya Pawar questions Valmiki's greatness as a poet when he ignores people of his own class and community. Valmiki never wrote a poem to protest against the atrocities suffered by his own people. The Dalits always suffered humiliation at the hands of upper caste people. They are never treated at par with the higher caste people. They are always considered as low and inferior. Daya Pawar says that Valmiki was not willing to speak about his people, their problems, and the atrocities they suffered. Valmiki writes about Ramrajya, during which his own people were treated as untouchables. They did all the menial work, but they continued to be outcast and oppressed. An example of their being oppressed is found in the story of Shambuk in the Ramayana. Shambuk's head was chopped off by Rama, for he dared to read the sacred Vedas, and he belonged to a lower caste. Pawar says that if Valmiki had composed a single poem against the injustice done to Dalits, his name would have been inscribed in the hearts of the downtrodden people. They would have remembered him with love and respect. Pawar poses a question, O great poet, how then should we call you a great poet? Pawar questions Valmiki whether he should sing the praise of Ramrajya because he is the great poet of poets. When Valmiki saw the wounded wing of the bird heron, his heart was filled with pity and it broke out in lament. Daya Pawar says that Valmiki himself was born in the slum of untouchable outside the village. Misery also was born along with Valmiki's birth. Pawar further says that these dirty dwellings of Dalits were never decorated with fruits or flowers. These downtrodden people had nothing but dejection in their lives. They were careworn, they had deep wrinkles of worries. Pawar asked Valmiki whether he never heard their cries of lament when they cried for freedom. One fellow Shambuk, who was a member of the lower caste, was killed when he rose in protest and tried to read the Vedas, but Valmiki never wrote a poem in his defense. Once again, Daya Pawar questions Valmiki as to why they should call him a great poet. Valmiki sang the praises of Ramrajya, in which the cold inhumanity was at its height. Finally, Daya Pawar says that if Valmiki had written a single poem exposing injustice to the downtrodden, his name would have been engraved in their memories with affection, love, affection and love. In the opening stanza of the poem, O Great Poet, Daya Pawar questions Valmiki whether he should sing the praises of Ram Rajya because he is the poet's poet, the greatest poet. When Valmiki saw the heron's wounded wing, his pitiful heart broke out in an expression of sadness and regret. Suddenly, a shloka or couplet came from Valmiki's mouth. Dayapava says that Valmiki himself was born in the hated slum areas of Dalits and untouchables outside the village. Misery also was born along with Valmiki's birth. It means that explanation in these lines. Dayapava says that the great poet Valmiki was born in the dirty slums away from the village. The humble cottages of the poor Dalits were never hung with decorations of bunting, fruit, or flowers for festive occasion. The poet says that the poor downtrodden people had dejection reflected in their faces. Their foreheads had wrinkles and lines of worries and care. The poet puts a question to Valmiki whether he had never heard their cries of sadness, sorrow, and regret. They cried for freedom from oppression. He reminds Valmiki that Shambhuk, who belonged to Valmiki's own blood and was a Dalit and protested angrily against the atrocities heaped on the Dalits, did Valmiki not know how Shambhuk met his end? Rama himself chopped off his head for trying to study the Vedas. Daya Pawar repeats the phrase, O great poet, Valmiki has let down his own community of Dalits by ignoring them completely. Valmiki sang the praises of Ram Rajya, but even in the times of Rama, there towered high cliffs of inhumanity and injustice against the Dalits. Pawar denounces Valmiki for turning a blind eye to gross indignity showered on the untouchables. The poet emphatically says that if Valmiki had written a single poem exposing the injustice and indignity done to the Dalits, then his name would have been engraved in their hearts with memories of affection. Pawar asks Valmiki how they should call him a great poet under these circumstances. Pawar says that if Valmiki had composed a single poem against the injustice done to the Dalits, his name would have been inscribed in the hearts of the downtrodden people. They would have remembered him with love and respect. Pawar poses a pertinent question, O great poet, how then should we call you a great poet? Daya Pawar has been very frank and forthright. In this poem, the whole world considers Valmiki a great poet, the first Sanskrit poet who composed the first Sanskrit epic Ramayana. He was greatly moved at the sight of the wounded wing of the bird heron, so much so that a shloka came out of his mouth, cursing the hunter who wounded the bird with an arrow. That shows his compassion. However, Valmiki turned a blind eye to the suffering of his own people and community. He himself was born in a dirty slum, far away from the village inhabited by upper class people. Why did he not write a single poem protesting against the atrocities perpetrated on the Dalits? He denounces Valmiki for not writing protest poetry. In the last stanza, Pawar repeats the phrase, O great poet, thus reinforces his arguments against Valmiki's indifference to the downtrodden. Thank you.